Imbuljuta. I can say that Imbuljuta, it's a typical and it's one of the very few Maltese dishes. Imbuljuta, it's a dish, it's a sweet chestnut soup. It's a Christmas dish, and we can really say it is typical Maltese. The ingredients are chestnuts, which are dehydrated chestnuts, spices. We need mandarin, zest of a mandarin, sugar. I'm going to talk about sugar later on, and chocolate. And my recipe, it's a bit different because I use a little more chocolate buttons, not only powder, but and some corn flour. So here I have the soaked chestnuts, water, plenty of water, because chestnuts will take a lot of water, and the water shrinks quite quickly when you have an open pan. I have the chestnuts, the cinnamon, the cloves, the mixed spice, and the zest of the mandarin here, and chocolate. As I explained, sugar we added later, so if we want to use substitute sugar, we add that later on when the Imbuljuta it's ready. Now the Imbuljuta it's boiling, and when it's boiling, we reduce the heat to a simmering temperature. Simmering at least it takes about 90 minutes till the chestnuts are properly cooked. That's why it is important that the chestnuts are soaked well. You cannot soak chestnuts for a few minutes, but at least 12 hours. I prefer 24, but at least 12 hours, so that they will grow and they will become soft, and they don't take too long to cook. Here we have the Imbuljuta nearly ready, with big chestnuts. I prefer that chestnuts will be chopped or broken into small pieces rather than whole chestnut. So I'm going to just break the chestnuts into small pieces. It's important we don't mash them. It's very important that we don't mash. I'm going to add a little chocolate buttons or melted chocolate, just a little, to make the dish very chocolate flavor, very chocolate flavor. And here I'm going to add a little, a very, very little, just a teaspoon of corn flour, so that the sauce becomes a bit thick. I didn't add sugar yet. If you want, when you switch off, it's important, when you switch off the Imbuljuta, you can add aspartame, sugar substitute, or normal sugar. But it's important that if you are doing aspartame or sugar substitute, you don't boil, because if you boil aspartame, you will have an aftertaste flavor, which is not good. I'm going to add the sugar, normal sugar, simmer for a few minutes. As you can see, the Imbuljuta it's a bit thick. You can serve the Imbuljuta in a bowl or a teacup, and you can add a little fresh cream on top or milk. It's according to your taste, but it's nice. It's a nice smell, a very Christmas smell, like Christmas cake, like mince spice, like Christmas pudding. It's a Christmas thing. And as I explained, I think it is one of the very few traditional Maltese dishes.